Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kahakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity. Scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth to you, I say shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be centered around the topic of Esau and all eyes being on him at this moment. All right. So with all the recent revelations of what this devil has been doing at night, right? Or so like in darkness, right? His plans, his false flags, preparations, his memos being leaked, his secret councils, okay, his child sacrificing peddle rings, human trafficking operations, right? His legislations in which he passes without a lot of people really paying attention to it. Okay, in the past, he was able to get away with a lot more things in which he's able to now. Okay, this video is by Tucker Carlson, and it's called "They are preparing us for a false flag." All right, and Tucker Carlson goes into, the different patterns and the different things in which are being reported, and it, and then take a brain scientist, right, or a super genius to understand and know and figure out what's going on. Okay, he has his plans and he needs people to be on board with the next moves in which he's planning to make. But the problem is that he is being exposed. There are so many different independent journalists, if you want to call it that, due to social media platforms. Everybody has the ability to post and report what they see. It's getting hard for this devil to cover his tracks. All right. And it's getting hard for him to make his next move without people calling him out or seeing it come from afar. Right. And that's a real issue that he's having right now. Okay. And the more he continues to press forward, the more resistance in which he's going to meet. But this is really, truly the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, meeting him in his every direction. Okay. So this devil is in straits. All right. He is definitely, in panic mode, right? Because his hand is being forced. Unlike in times before when he, had a little more wiggle room. Well, now, the Lord is calling him out on pretty much everything he's doing. Okay. This is Matthew. What's it like here? This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So the Lord is bringing all his works to be judged. Okay, the things in which you don't see, okay, which is a large part of the reason why he's moving in haste like he is, okay, because he no longer has that cloak of protection from the darkness, all right? And the Lord is also doing it the same with on the right-hand side, okay? The things in which, brothers have been prophesying, okay? That you're going to start to see who the true prophets are and who the pretenders are. The closer we get to the end of this thing, okay? The closer we get, it becomes more and more apparent, because only a few are truly going into these prophecies and linking them up with world events as it's happening. Nobody else is really doing that, man. Only the prophets of Great Millstone. All right? Only the prophets of Great Millstone. We told you all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah that Israel would drag America into World War III, and look what's happened. Okay? Now America is trapped over there in that war with Iran, and there's no way, there's no off-ramp for them. This is Mark 4 and 22. There is nothing hid which shall be made manifest, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. And that's what's happening. The Lord is not, those secret councils in which this devil used to have, okay, to plan and plot his, the next event, okay, the next global trigger, right? For example, the pandemic, okay, 9/11. These things kind of caught the world largely by surprise, but now as we get closer to the end of this thing, everything in which he's planning to do or trying to do is being called out before he does it. That's a huge problem, because a big part of this devil's power was his secrecy, okay? And in his secrecy, he was able to deceive and cause mass deception, okay, and confusion. But now we all see it, okay? Now, these punches that was coming out of nowhere, now, the cadence and the rhythm's been picked up. And now it's telegraphed. It's foreshadowed, right? This is Psalms 17 and 13. Arise, O Yahweh Shema Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is our sword, right? Esau is the sword, okay? And all the things in which he has in place is set up to make a war against the people, because that's the only way in which his society operates. And when you think of war, right, there's a lot of deception. There's a lot of, backroom meetings, okay? There's a lot of things in which you don't see, okay, that goes on, okay? Battle strategies, right? If you want to call it that. Generals and commanders, that they don't let the game plan be known amongst the public. That's something that's kept in house. So the enemy won't be aware or privy to what you're trying to do. But he's lost that element now. Okay, it's no longer there. All right, so now he has to move in haste. He has to move differently now. Okay, and it's causing a lot of turmoil. Okay, this is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. That's right. The same things in which were working not too long ago ain't working no more. That's why he has to find means to combat this. Okay, you're seeing a lot of restrictions going on when it comes to what you can and can't post, especially over there in different parts of the world like Israel. Okay, they got prison sentences now if you post what's really going on over there in the land of Israel, the destruction that's taking place, the deaths that are continuously climbing, the lack thereof of defense systems to protect their hegemony over there, right? The Lord is letting this information flow, okay? And there's nothing he can do about it. Okay, and for a long time, he had all that under wraps. But through time, as we've seen throughout the years, more and more and more and more has been leaked to the point now where everybody knows, okay? Everybody knows that this war is taking place the way it is in such haste and, quickness because of them being exposed for being, child sex traffickers and, organ harvesters, okay, demonic occult followers, right? So they had to make the next move to distract the public because that Epstein thing was big, all right? But this Iran war, as you can see, right? If you notice, there's not much talk about Epstein no more, man. Nobody's really talking about the releasing of the rest of those files. Well, that's all according to plan. But he's traded one evil for another one, right? But little does he know, this war is going to bring the end to his dominion. Okay, he's not going to come from this unscathed. Okay, there is no turning this back around. This is Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Well, now everyone's seeing you. Okay, all the different tricks, all the different plays that you would make in the past, that would get people to act in which, you want them, is no longer available. Those options ain't available no more, man. All the information on this devil's coming out, so he's trying to combat it with disinformation, okay, and fake news, okay. All these different people he's paying, on payroll to discredit and to contradict certain narratives, okay. Even amongst the ministry, you got more and more people coming out, more and more of these hirelings coming out to help lead astray the sheep. Okay, but we all know what's really going on behind the scenes, man. And pretty soon, once he realizes that misinformation isn't going to work, then he's just going to come all out with the internet blackout, with complete what do you call it? Censorship. Okay. People forget about that digital ID. That's still on the table. That's still being worked on. And once that's fully pushed, you won't be able to post anonymously. You won't be able to have the freedom to, separate. You won't have the ability to separate your internet life from your actual life, because it's all going to be linked. That's what Palantir is for, man. So they're going to use that. Okay. This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right. So the closer he gets to implementing this last final decree, which is the mandatory microchip in the mark of the beast being forced on the people, the more problems are going to occur. Okay, and the more difficult his operation is going to become, the more things that he didn't account for are going to pop up. Okay. So he's, this is what you would call, if you're playing chess, the final moves before the checkmate. Okay, pretty much you're just desperate. You're just trying to survive. Okay. Making moves just to continue the game, even though the game is over. So, it's beautiful times in which we in, man. So, down to give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Shah, Bashim, Kakwadash, Wa, Abba, Ball, and DTA, DTN.